Hello everybody, this is SB, also known as Mr. Google, and welcome back to my latest video. Today I wanted to share a cool gameplay. I will be dropping my spare Titan, an Ogre Titan, right from the start with a rare burn card. And yeah, they're, in my opinion, probably the best cards you can get at the start, especially if you are playing domination. So yeah, I am using kind of a little bit of a troll weapon, I guess. Well, at least I thought it was, because someone else on YouTube stated it to be something like that. But I will show you guys how it can be pretty powerful. It has a few downsides, but yeah, I will show off. I am using the tanky Titan, and yeah, I will show you guys why it can be powerful. You will throw 3 grenades. You can throw them horizontally or vertically, and they can be bounced off, for example, when you shoot between a door and stuff. And this is actually pretty good because in Titanfall you cannot shoot through walls. So if someone is head glitching or running inside and you have the chain gun Titan, for example, with the machine gun, you can't really do anything about it. Besides possibly your shoulder mounted rockets, which I am using in this game as well. Well, there are a few downsides, and that is that you can hit yourself with this weapon. So you shoot 3 grenades at a single time, and you can do that 4 times. 5 if you're using extended mags, if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, they bounce off, so you can't really get away from the fact that you will hit yourself with this gun. But besides that, it can be pretty powerful. I am holding down the B objective. I'm using the electric smoke to keep the people away, and I can withstand quite a while for our team. So as you can see, we still have the B flag, and I still have my Titan, and we still have A at this time. And if you know how to do it and how to bounce the grenades off, it can be quite useful. So yeah, please consider that if you want to use this for a while. The Ogre isn't really my favorite one. That is the Strider, and I will share my video about that one later. I will give my best class setup for the Strider Titan, and it's a little bit different than you might have seen in other videos. And another thing I am going to do for Titanfall is make possibly something like a 10-minute video with a lot of useful tips for playing Titanfall. There might be a few things you already know, there might be a few things you haven't seen before, or you have seen before but you don't know how to do it. And I honestly think I can make a pretty good video with a few tips in a very small video, and that are basically, yeah, considered to be very useful. So yeah, please stay tuned for that as well. I have lots of great ideas. I am writing stuff down in my phone for great YouTube video ideas, and I'll keep up as much as I can. One thing I do like to know is I see a lot of online players, and a lot of them are actually only using the Ogre Titan for some reason. I don't really know why, because I think it is too slow. It takes way too much damage because it is slow. So yeah, it's more tanky and it can take way more hits, but once people are getting into you, you can't really get away. So yeah, for me the Outlaws and the Strider are way better. But if you got a good class setup for the Ogre, please let me know. I will be eager to know about that as well. Yeah, I do think for my first look on this game is that on the PC version this is way better than Call of Duty Ghost. Why? Just simply because it is optimized for a PC. So yeah, we don't have the weird frame drops, we don't have the weird stutters, we don't have weird lags. So all in all, I'm pretty damn excited about this game. So yeah, there are a few downsides, and they're not really downsides. I'll try to explain what I mean. Is there aren't that many weapons to unlock. Well, that one side of the story is that it's a good thing, because you won't have the overpowered stuff, and you won't have everything of the same. For example, Battlefield 4, they have more than 100 weapons, and lots of the weapons are just, they look different, but they act the same as multiple other guns. Well, why do I think it is a good thing to have more unlocks, even though they're statistically, yeah, the same on paper, or even in practice, however you want to call it? well, it just keeps you prestiging, or in this case, upping your generation. So I think it's a good thing that this game will get more unlocks. Right now level 50 is the max level, and you can then choose to regenerate and become a younger generation or the new generation, however you want to call it. You get 10% extra XP increase. And yeah, I'd really like to see more assault rifles, more submachine guns, and even though they might be a little bit of the same, that would be a good thing in my opinion. Same thing goes for the Titans. They are all pretty different and they all act pretty much different and nothing is the same. That's good, but on the other side is it would be cooler to choose from 10 Titans, right? I know for a fact that yeah, if you want to balance something, starting off with just a few is way better than starting off with 10, because if you want to make 10 different Titan chassis, and yeah, how are you going to balance that? Yeah, and since this is their first real game, I could see why they have done that, and yeah, I might have done the same thing, but I am really hoping that they are placing down their patches, because they stated that there is DLC right now and it will have 3 different upgrades, or 3 different times, or 3 different, however you want to call it. For example, the season pass in Battlefield is way more expensive, and the same thing goes for Ghost than Titanfall. In fact, you can get it for about 15 euros or something, I think. I will place a link in the description, or watch my other video about how to get game codes cheap and stuff, but I haven't bought it yet because I really want to know what is going to be included in that. And of course there's another thing which is not yet implemented, but it will be implemented later. I think they confirmed it, I'm not sure. Someone place a link down in the description, in the comments if you want, and that is custom games, when you set up your game in a private match, for example. I'd really like to play a few private matches. I really don't do that all that often, but sometimes it just feels nice to practice sniping with your friends in a private lobby where everybody just sucks and you can practice without getting killed 20 times per kill. So yeah, all in all, I really love this game. I am going to play this way much more, and I'm already on my way to generation 3, so I have played it quite some, and I will keep you guys updated. I am currently going to work on my tips and tricks video for Titanfall, and I think this will help you out in practice for quite some. If you are interested in watching my video about how to share your Steam games with your friends or family and giving them legally access to your games on a totally legal way, please consider to watch that video. I will place a link in the description. And the same thing goes for getting your online game codes cheaper for Steam. For example, Titanfall for almost 45% off the retail price, while getting it for a digital download edition. Well, that seems fair for the legal key. So at this time, this gameplay is coming to an end. I had quite some fun. I went 60 and 1. And this is the one. So yeah, I did die once, but that's just all. And in the end of this video I will come back to the fact that the triple threat weapon can be quite useful. As you will see, the enemy will try to escape, and yeah, what they usually do if you're using the machine gun or the 40mm cannon, they camp inside or on the rooftops, and you can't really do much about that, especially with all the other Titan weapons except for this one. If they are out of your line of sight, you can still hit them with this specific Titan weapon. So please stay tuned for 1 more minute so you can see the end of this gameplay, because at this time we are going to win this game, and I will show you when their dropship comes down how they are not able to get in, simply because I am using the triple threat weapon. What people tend to do is they hide on the roofs, as said before again, and in corners and stuff. And you can kind of predict where the normal Titans can hit you, but with this one you can bounce stuff off. So again, if people are hiding on the rooftops or they are hiding in a corner inside a building, so you can't really kill them without getting out your Titan and risking your own pilot life, because in the end you only have one life, of course. So yeah, I am applying some pressure into specific points where I think they are coming from, so at the least I'm not making it easy for them to escape. They have the 3 grenades popping all over the place, inside, on top of the buildings and around it. So this game is coming to an end, and yeah, please don't be afraid to press the like button down below or even subscribe to my channel if you are not already. So yes, as always guys, thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you next time. And don't be afraid to click a link to a new video of mine in the description or on screen.